You just put the link there and you expect that they will
online
understand
exactly
what
what
it
I'm going
is.
to get, and then the speed of delivery too. If I pay you and it take me like 2 days, 3 days, I'm not hearing from you. It's going to be a problem. So the speed in delivery is very important. Payments to, as you said, will become online. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yes, right. The e-commerce space is a big industry, right? But it is also a war. It's crazy. I think OLS is shutting down also. Um, a lot of hunger went out.
So many that came out.
Yes, so many they are falling out. But so with e-commerce, you need to have like a very clear strategy how you are going to right? So have you figured out how you are going to get people to your site, instead of going to Jonathan or other.
So there are three ways, two main ways actually. Two physical process, which is tournaments. So tournaments is like a drinking hole for gamers. The people who are coming to play games will come to tournament. So it's logical that the people who are coming to play games either own games or want to buy games. So tournaments is one of our channels we are seeking to acquire customers. The next one is through using social media, but in like a different way. As he said, it should be like a community of games. So we plan to use any unique platforms like YouTube, right? So like to have a YouTube channel where we either get like celebrity people to play games or unboxing videos and stuff like that. Like Ghana, like this interest in gaming within the community. Yeah.
I would also suggest that you think outside the box, right? One way that Airbnb was, they use existing platforms like Netflix. Right? So when somebody is looking for it, whenever someone puts a game on your platform, post it on the other platforms like Donaton, like post it there, and then when people go there, they see it, you draw them to your site. Right? Sure. So think outside.
So if if a seller's game is being approved, then you post the game online, right? And then the buyer buys the game, and then it's moved from the seller to the buyer. But what if you approve the game? Now the game stays with the game stays with the sellers, and then the game is destroyed in the time. So like, how do you?
So that's a contingency we do. So we don't give the seller the money we need. So once the customer gets the game, right, we assume that once you get a game, like 24 hours is a period of time to actually put a CD inside and test. Once we don't hear from you within 24 hours, we understand that the game which we approved is working, and then we give the money to the seller. So that's a contingency plan. But we were looking to
It can hinders the value you are proposing for security and people being, so you have to minimize that risk.
thank you.
That's my second best. The first one is automation. What's your favorite so far? Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah. The actions.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Audrey S. Darker. We have my partner as well, Ellie Okunapo. I'd like to start with a question of who are you? Many of us here do or have had to ask the question of who we are. But I dare say the answer lies in what you eat. Enjoying a more nutritious, nutrient-dense, high-quality, healthier produce or meals in order to have a healthier outcome is what we prefer. But currently, with the decline in soil fertility or nutrients and low food security, as well as unhealthier produce or meals, I'd say that jeopardizes our desire to have access to healthier options. So I'd say that hold your thoughts on shifting the blame to the hardworking farmer, because as a young farmer of over a year now, I can't help but recognize and internalize the major problems the over 5.4 million farmers in Ghana face today. 1. Fertile soils are being lost at a rate of 24 billion tons a year. 2. There is inconsistent fertilizer supply in Ghana, dangers of nearly 100% imported chemical fertilizer, as well as, lastly, the worst case scenario, where in parts of northern Ghana, human excreta is being used to feed soils in order to increase yields. That shouldn't be the case. So there are core threats that jeopardize, the all-year supply of sustainable, healthier produce, and strips away the confidence to answer the question of who you really are. So I'd like to introduce to you Sabin Sake. And these are the major problems farmers face. Sabin Sake is a green sustainable company, simply, that ensures farmers in greenhouses have access to affordable fertilizer and have high quality organic fertilizer all year round. For us, we believe that the wealth of a nation lies within its agricultural corridors, ensuring that you feed your nation by the people itself for the people. And essentially, our successes so far have been 41 sign-ups for farmers in greenhouses, 30 bags sampled out to 10 farmers. We have 2 recruited cohort partner farmers in Ayim and Akachi district. And currently, we're partnering with the CSIR to have our products tested. So currently, we are operating within an 11.16 billion global organic fertilizer industry, and in Ghana's 5.8 billion Ghana cedis. We have nearly 100% imported inorganic fertilizer in Ghana at the moment. So our competitive landscape essentially would say that Sabin Sake is uniquely positioned within the quadrant of high performance and affordability, in the sense that we have locally sourced agro waste, we make use of green technology, biotech, and biochar, and we're operating a decentralized production site unit, which allows us to be more superior to our competitors, mainly in the inorganic space. So we offer a viable alternative to inorganic fertilizer, and that is our product here. Simply, what we do is to provide an all-purpose blend sourced from various types of local organic farm waste, and this helps us produce carbon-negative fertilizer that helps boost yields and increase security, food security for society. Essentially, we have a manual tutorial guide that gets attached to every product we have in order to sensitize people about climate resilient agriculture. We have powdered form, and then we're starting off with a granular version. So simply, our advantage lies within our special formula, which is added to the agro waste that we source in order to produce organic fertilizer. And this is our decentralized production unit that will start in Akachi district.
Now, so how do we fulfill value for our customer? Now, first off, we source our agri waste from local rural farming districts. Local rural farming districts where there's an abundance of agri waste. And we now take this decentralized production units where they are we manufacture our fertilizer. We now distribute them through distribution vans and send them to customers either by order by delivery or to retail stores. Now, our revenue model, we pay a 55% profit margin on our products, and we have a direct cost totaling 45 Ghana cedis on each unit. Now, for the capital expenditure, total capital expenditure is 70,569 Ghana cedis. And we have a sales growth of 30%. Thank you. Yes. And I'll ask experiment to
sorry, I didn't get the cost per unit. I think that's the cost.
That's the selling price.
Selling price. And you said you guys are cheaper than your competitors. How much you competitors at this point?
So this is not the standard size. Our standard size is 50 kg. But this is
Oh, no,
what we
yeah.
have. Yes. Currently, you have 150% of your supplying organic fertilizer, but subsidized fertilizer is at 75 cents for rural farmers.
So your target market is obviously the rural farmers. It's not necessarily.
The greenhouses, first of all, and then the rural farmers. But in order to target the rural farmers, we are focusing on selling to agri-focused institutions that can purchase it at the fair price and subsidize for them. This is what they do in the market.
How's your application? Do you have to message with it or is it how do you apply?
So it's a basil dressing fertilizer, and if you see what you have a manual guide attached to each product. So over here it reads, you can fertilize vegetables, fruits, and lawns or landscapes, and apply any time of the year, either by broadcasting or lightly cultivating at 1.2 pounds per 100 square feet, and then per 1,000 square feet, that's 400 to 800 pounds.
Your valuation is definitely a little questionable. You have the explanation.
Yes, we do have explanations of that.
Yeah, so currently, rural farmers, about 5.4 million rural farmers, which is the small market. And each farmer has usually owns on average 1.6 hectares of land. And a hectare of land requires at least 50.7 kilograms per hectare each growing season. Now we use these parameters to value the market at 135 million cities, and we aim to capture 2% of that market share by 2023. So we use we discounted that value and come up with a company valuation of 26 million cities. And 1.2% of that valuation is what we are asking.
Okay, so have you started selling? What are your sales?
But not fully commercialized yet, because in order for you to do that, you need to have registered under the pesticide and regulation division. But what we've done is to sample out 30 bags to our farmers, getting feedback, and use that on tomatoes and pepper. And the testimonials and feedback is good enough. So we're hoping that in a few months' time, preferably in September, we are registered as a fertilizer manufacturing company in order to commercialize.
So what are you predicting for the sales? So it's up for first year. First year sales, yeah. First year sales. Revenue.
First year sales is 13,028 units, which translates into 3 million sales.
So why is what makes your product a comparator that you have it?
Okay, one lies in the green technology or clean technology we're using. We're currently using biochar technology, and then we are currently under research and development for biotech technology. Using this technology, even at the moment, is increasing yields by about 10% based on the testimonials we're getting from the farms. And hoping that when we finalize and get the report from CSIR, that would help us improve use more and better the product. So it's because of the green technology we're using and the special formula which we add on to it. Different things.
So some that imported products, how much is it compared to this product?
So the
Because I'm sure that there's some that are pretty much the exact same that you guys are using, or are you guys in the completely filled?
And so for organic fertilizer that we imported, we got the average markup at 270 Ghana cedis. 270 Ghana cedis, that's excluding import duty, which is 35%. So already you can see that there's a much wider gap of the cost.
And what the quality of the product is it significantly better or what?
Yes.
So we're currently piloting with sugarcane potash, which currently has high nutrient content in nitrogen and phosphorus, which is essentially a composition of the NPK, right? So when you take a bag of this, you basically have the same nutrients that we need from good fertilizer like the NPK. So the nutrient content is very high for the most.
So how does it do with coconut and all these tropical fruits? Have you tested on that?
So currently on vegetables, so tomatoes and stuff, we're hoping to do more demonstration trials with exotic produce or vegetable plants.
I mean, it's great that you have some traction. It's really good.
We have any more questions? So I have two questions here. Does it increase yield as compared to other inorganic fertilizers? And if it does, by what percentage?
Okay, so using our biochar technology, it increases yields by 30% just because we use the biochar technology. Two, the ingredient, the actual that helps reduce CO2 emissions, that has a lot of potassium, especially with the molasses and the byproducts of that we put inside our fertilizer, which boosts growth for plants rapidly. That's why I can say to that.
So we don't know the percentage, but we know that
it's 30% and more, just because we use it biochar.
So how are you working with farmers to compost or collect produce that they don't sell or need that would otherwise go to waste?
Okay, so we actually piloted this out in the water region. We started out with the research in the water region. And what I do in the water region is there's a lot of sugarcane backgrounds that is thrown away, right? They literally buy it up. So we're bringing out an innovation where we actually take in the waste and create fertilizer. And then we can sell them, we can give value to the farmers by just giving the fertilizer out of them. But that's a big difference.
And also, we registered them. So we have currently a place in water region at Capstone district. They are our recruited cohort partner farmers. So over there, that's where we have our production site. And we also have trainings and workshops with them. We've had 2 so far over the period of a year with them, just teaching them about basic climate resilient agriculture techniques, stop burning your waste, add more value to it, if you give it to us and all that. So that's how we're establishing that relationship with them. Hopefully as we grow, it should be better.
How would you scale in the future?
That is great. So that's going to be with our decentralized business model. And for us currently, that's what we say we're in a new market. Because we have the 4 dominant players in the inorganic space, Chemical, Yara, Zengoff, and the likes, having central production sites. For us, our first production site is going to be within the rural village-based areas. And for that, we're hoping to have satellite production sites in various agro-waste producing districts in order to increase accessibility of fertilizer across the province.
And we're not even just scaling in Ghana. You can scale it, this solution to even parts of this. I've explored the market in Kenya, for instance, and we grow a lot of sugarcane. There's a lot of sugarcane for gas. No one is doing what we're doing in terms of like introducing value, like creating fertilizer out of sugarcane for gas. So if we even scale out to like countries like Kenya, we have a very wide market to actually tap into.
And the last question here, why do you think you are the best team to execute this solution? So it's not about the solution, you convinced us.
Yeah.
But why should we believe you?
That's great. So currently, we're a diverse team, right? Hoping to grow. But we have experience in agricultural research as well as product development, also with CS, business, and the likes. And we also have our cherished advisors who are also part of the team. We have Dr. Elena Roster, who is into biotechnology, and she worked with her. We have Joshua Bing, who's our agronomist, works at CSIR. And we also have Mohammed Sharif, who is in Egypt, but comes to Ghana once in a while to talk about clean technology with us and help improve our capacity and our production. So we feel our team is an amazing team, and we are hoping to be more diverse in order to scale this quicker.
So, I mean, I have very little knowledge in agriculture. So calm me down, right? But I want to ask a question. And assuming you take the waste from sugarcane and I mix it with my soil at home, will it give me the same outcome that you have?
No.
Why not?
You would rather be causing emissions.
So what do you do to the waste to get this?
So our green technology, biochar biotechnology, we essentially make use of pyrolysis, right? It's a scientific, something, and we also have our formula that we mix together.
Okay, so you mix other things together.
Yes, exactly. But we're hoping that we could have a DIY, a do-it-yourself, whereby we can encourage people to harvest their farm waste or grass waste. We can sell our formula to them, and they can mix and compost.
Okay.
So we're hoping to venture into that maybe in some years to come.
Thank you. I think we've all done very well. Guys, can I get attention, please? I think we've all done very well. Can we give ourselves a round of applause? I think we've come far, right? Right from the beginning, from the first day of class till date. I think Senna and I would agree that we've come very far, right?
Yes.
We've done well, right?
You did it a whole year.
A whole year. I think we are very excited about the progress you guys have made with your businesses, right from idea stage and developing it all the way to this point. We think you guys have done really well. Like, you know, I was telling you, I think I'm really impressed from what I saw on the first day. And I think you guys should go back to your YouTube videos, right, from the first day and look at that, and look at today's one. It's all online, and compare it. And I think you see a great progress from that day to date. We'll just quickly get the evaluators and to give a quick comment, and then we'll round this off, right? So we'll start with Denzel, and then just basically any general comment you have for them in like 1 minute, or 1 or 2 minutes.
I felt all the presentations were generally compared to the mid-semester presentation. You felt that there's been a significant amount of progress all throughout your business models and just thinking about your business. So I'm pretty excited to see what everyone had to offer, and I'm genuinely hoping that people are considering taking these things out of the class. What entrepreneurship has generally seen as a class is that people do it for a final project. I mean, of course, final project, we don't need our degree, we all want to graduate, but if you see potential, do seek help and do look into it. Those are my main points.
So I thought you guys all did very well. Actually, it was inspiring to see where you guys have come. I mean, Denzel has told me a little bit of what happened at mid-semester meeting and stuff. So it is very good to see your direction and your thinking and how progressive you all are. I believe that this country is heavily reliant on innovation and creativity, and I definitely do see that here, especially at Ashesi. But within this group of people in front of me now, I definitely see it with all of you. And obviously, I wish you guys all the best for the future. And congratulations on graduating. If you haven't, then wow. Sorry, no. But if you haven't, then don't worry about it. But really, I'm looking forward to seeing where some of you take this. I think some of you guys have something really big that you guys can work on for the future. So really start to think about how you can apply some of the lessons you've learned in this class into your life, because trust me, it will go very far. So again, congratulations on finishing the class. Congratulations, everyone.
I'm also happy to be here. I was at the initial pitch. Looking at what has been done today, I'm really impressed. Yes. However, I just want you to understand that money is always not a problem to entrepreneurs. It's not about the money. It's about having a great idea that people are willing to pay for. And being through the program to graduation, you shouldn't leave your project here. So most of the business we've just presented, there's a need, there's a market for it. And if you are thinking there's a job out there waiting for you, forget. Because there are also people there looking for a job for years. So if you have a business today, you should have the passion to drive it. And yeah, in the next 20, 30 years, we're going to have a population of over 4.6 billion in Africa. We are all going to compete for jobs, resources, water, food. So if you have an idea today, it's worth dying for than waiting for a job. Because that job you might be looking for, maybe the next 5, 6 years, it will be automated. You lose that job. So you have to take this entrepreneurship very serious. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really good coming here again to listen to the pitches. I remember some years back, I after graduating, uni, I was in a program which I did something like this. And looking back, when I think about why did we have to go through that program, like why did we have pitches, why did people come I got was in two ways. The first way is myself and my team, we had an opportunity on to look at all possible outcomes on the project that we are working on. Hardly do you work on projects where you are going to have judges going to give feedback. It demands that you look at, okay, what if this, what if that, does this make sense? And I personally feel like this is the ingredients you need to be successful in life. Where you become mentally strong to the extent where on your own project you can look at the various possible outcomes, all possible outcomes. If an investor asks me this, what do I say? If there is a point where I have to be honest and tell them this is a problem, we're working on it. Like this thing gets you to be, to develop, and it's not really about entrepreneurship or working or anything, but it helps you grow. And I believe that once you pass through this process, you become number one a better person, and you become a more mature person, and you get ready for the outside world. So yeah, congratulations, and the teams here. I mean, I saw a lot of improvement, and I generally feel that there is nothing you can't face in the real world. I mean, if you can do this, honestly, yeah, feel more confident and relax. I mean, the outside world has challenges. It has so many obstacles. But if you're able to do this at this stage in your life, there is nothing you can't overcome.
Last question.
It's not happen without you, right? So
Okay, I feel like it has been very wonderful.
I can put the bottle down.
I know the ride wasn't very smooth, and you guys have seen how you made a lot of pivot and made a lot of migration. But I mean, it doesn't end here. You should also continue to pursue your entrepreneurial dreams, and I'm sure in the near future I will see some of you guys. I mean, currently I see some of you guys excelling in your entrepreneurship. So keep up. All the best.
Yes, Vanessa. Vanessa, you have to say something.
It was great. It's nice to see the improvements over time, and also to see you use the feedback to go there in your
All right, guys. So I'm very excited. This is actually my first time teaching here, and I'm really happy I actually started this teaching journey with you guys. I think it's been a very, very interesting journey. I've learned a lot from you guys, and I wish you all the best. Maybe you guys might not carry on with this particular business, but I hope you start others, and do greater things. And even if you find yourself in a job, ask yourself, how can you be entrepreneurial in that particular setting and do great things.
So have the floor. So remember one of the discussion sessions when Lenny pitched? Yeah. Okay. So the day before, I got a phone call. Oh, Senna, I think we should set an example. I think we should pitch. I was like, which one? I am not going to do any pitch. Just making the point that it is not always the easiest of things, right? But with practice, you perfect it. I'm sitting there looking at you present, and I can see growth. And for a teacher, that means everything to me. Basically, this is how, please stop the owl. This is how you guys validate my life's calling for me. And so it actually means a lot to me. When I see every year a fresh set of students, we will have exciting moments, we will fight our battles, we will do all of that, but in the end, you do this. I know it was all worth it. Rocky, that is how life is. It's never too smooth, right? But all of that sort of adds value to us. And so I'd say that with everything you've learned in this class, with all the experiences you've gotten, with all the exposures you've gotten, some of you will start businesses. Great. Some of us will not start businesses. But the good thing is you've developed a certain mindset, right? Which will make you a different kind of employee. And so wherever it is that you end up at, I know you will excel. And we'll be waiting for messages from you telling us about how exciting life is after here. For those of you who start businesses, it could be some of the ideas you pitch. Really, some of the ideas you pitch are good enough. They need a lot more work. So like I always say, you haven't even started the journey yet. The journey is going to start from now. And so if a team member wants to take the idea and run with it, please let them have it in peace. Wash your hands, give them your blessing, and let them walk away with it in peace. Now, if you have another idea that you want to work on, let's know. We are always happy to support you. That is what you've earned, coaches for life. And don't worry, we'll also be coming for coaching, but it's a two-way street, right? So if you have another idea that you want to work on, let's know. We'll work with you on it. If this is what you want to pursue, let's know. We'll work with you on it. But basically saying that 2 weeks ago, you did a presentation, and I said in the class that I was 2 weeks ago that I was worried and wondering if you were ready to graduate. I think you are.
Guys, our declaration forms and
You've done the evaluations, right?
look, you're not coming here again. So let's, and guys, when we call you back to come as class guests, please don't say that. Sorry. Now let's stay for you guys, right?
So Denzel was in this class last year. So exactly, Denzel, come. So you remember Denzel, right? Yeah. Last year, Denzel was in your shoes. I remember his presentation so well. And this year, he's here as an evaluator. And I mean, his feedback is great, right? He's still a little shy. I wanted to take him a little shy. You are still shy. But this is what we mean by you're ready. That in less than 1 calendar year, you can ask questions, right? You can probe, you mature. And I honestly think we are ready. So thank you all and enjoy life.
So team Agro,
2 teams remain. Agro and Renovate. Please
stay. Okay. The rest. You're not special.
To our evaluators, we want to take this opportunity to say a very big thank you on behalf of class of entrepreneurship class of 2019 for taking time out of your busy schedule to come here and give this opportunity. You are just presenting this as a form of a token to you to say a very big thank you. Once again, thank you.
This was the day with the Ohio Machine. Now it's there is stupid machine. Yeah?
Okay, sure, you can come. Prof. Pabna.
Hi, bro. Guys, I grow and what? Innovate. So let's go. Let's go, guys. All right.